Listen, this next topic, right, is it's important to me because I seen Diddy on he was on Earning Leisure over doing Invest Fest. And shout out to them. And this is something I already knew about black people, but black people in America, we spend like $1.8 trillion a year just on goods and stuff like that.
Definitely.
But with all that money being spent, none of it is going into black-owned businesses and things of that nature. So the question is, why, even though black people are spending a significant amount of money, why don't you think enough of it goes back into black-owned businesses?
Just the education. Education plays a big factor. Again, going back to the fact that we're in low-income communities, we go to these public schools where we're not learning these subjects. We're not learning about escrow, and we're not learning about real estate, and we're not learning about how he didn't know that, he had you get a credit card, you got to pay it back. It affects your credit. We don't learn about these things in school. I feel like if you do go to a community, and yes, I'm talking about the uppity communities where they have the education, they're having classes on how to have real estate and how to have businesses and stuff in high school. We're not getting that. So I feel like that plays a major part in it. By the time we do learn it, maybe in college, if we go to college, by the time we do learn it, and we're trying to like factor in like, okay, who can I talk to? Where's the right connections? How do I network? Now you got to go into that part. And
you
at
talking
that
about
point,
building businesses. What I'm saying is, why don't we spend our own money on those businesses?
Because we don't have the education to
financial literacy.
Financial literacy.
Black businesses. So we got the education to spend it with other people, other communities. That's what you're saying?
Yes, they invest their money. We give the money to them. They invest it. They give the money to us. We give the money to us, but we don't invest it.
No, I think it's more like, besides like the education part, it's just like a crabs in a barrel mentality.
There we go.
I think we just everyone is for themselves. Like black people just don't have unity no more. Like we would rather like go ahead and make like a business with someone that's not even black and go that route than to actually like use people that are black and want to build a business together, because you feel like if this person does better, then he's going to be more successful, then you're not going to be as successful as that person. And I just feel like people just don't want to have unity no more. Everyone is just like, if I can make it to the top first, then so be it. So
every man for themselves.
We're not being groomed to say like, let's invest in our community the way that, and before people say I'm anti-Semitic or anything like that, the way the Jewish people do. Like the Jews, they literally go to their schools and they're teaching their generations like, hey, we gotta invest in our community. We gotta go to the government, talk about what we need. We got to have our polices and our ambulances and our businesses and our apartments and our homes, and make sure that my home goes to my children and so on and so forth. Like, again, it goes back to
we the only ones bragging in music videos about having a Jewish lawyer. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody brags about having a black lawyer.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So that's a good point that you have made.
I think it all starts in the household. Like, like a lot of these non-black races, they teach them to always keep it in the family. So you're going to marry someone that looks like you. You're not going to date outside your race. And that's like a big factor too. Like we're very open to dating outside our race and giving our money to someone that's not black, and then you're destroying that lineage right there. When we need to keep in the family, like how we were when we were having Black Wall Street, we were running the country after when we were segregated. Like I think black people were just better off when we were segregated, because we had more of a sense of unity than we were when we were integrated. Because now that we're integrated,
I like that you said that, because some people might hear that and they might be like, "What is she talking about?"
It's
but
true,
I actually
though.
do agree with you.
At that point,
now that we're integrated, we want to be in the mix of everything. Like all of a sudden now we want to sit at their table. Like we never was at their tables.
We had our own.
We had no problem making our own tables, doing our own thing, and we were thriving, doing way better than they were. So it's like we need to go back to that. I honestly believe that we need to go back to that. We need to go back to making sure that when we spend the black dollar, it circulates at least 10 times before it leaves our community, before it goes to someone else.
That part, that statistic for us is really bad.
We need to you need to get all of these other non-black businesses out of our communities, because you can't even go into an Asian community and set up a shop. Like that's just never gonna happen.
Right.
Like it will never happen. You can't go into a Jewish community. You can't go on Kingston Avenue and Eastern Parkway and set up a shop. Like the Jews are gonna look at you like you're crazy.
Get him the fuck up out of here.
So I just think
even with the
talk about buying this.
Yeah, like with the Asian communities, we got China buying up everything. They're making contracts with the government that a lot of people don't know about.
They getting the money granted to them.
And then
they're flying
coming
over
in
here with 100K. Here you go, make a restaurant.
They make their real they make their establishment after their establishment is paid off. They're giving it to their friend, their cousin, or whatever, and then they're gonna get another place with the same contract they got, and they just keep it going, and it happens here, it happens around the world. It's just something that we just don't advocate for ourselves enough, especially in politics and in the government, where we're like, hey, we need this much money, we got these businesses, we're gonna work together, and my business is gonna be your business, you're gonna put somebody else on, and so on and so forth. We don't put each other on. Not enough, at least.
Yeah.
But I also think is the support though. Like it'd be easier if we support each other for us to put other people on. Because if your business ain't thriving, how you gonna put other people on? You know what I mean? So it comes with the support, like Eli said. Even if you're an entrepreneur, you're dependent on people to support your product. You know what I mean? So it's really in supporting each other and being intentional about supporting each other. I think Black people, like you said, the crabs in the barrel mentality, like. They think if just because he made it, that mean you can't make it. You know what I mean? He might make it. Remember that you was helping him out and he pulled you up with him. Like, we gotta, I don't know, we just gotta look at each other differently. We don't look at each other as like brothers and sisters no more. It's crazy out there.
You guys, I agree with the crab in the barrel mentality, like to a certain degree. I still believe that we're systematically oppressed. It may not look like that because we have like the LeBrons, the Jay-Z's and stuff like, but literally we don't have the opportunity or the money to put in to start businesses. And look,
that's not true.
Look, I'm gonna even break it down. And I'm just talking about on a small portion. If you look at a bodega, a regular store, I've seen, Black owners have stores, right? Where I can not see nothing in there but like 6 bags of chips. And they sandwich might cost a little bit more. But we don't know that. We need to support them so they can now have 10 bags of chips. You get what I'm saying? Like, yes, it might cost us a little bit more than what Tom, Dick, and Harry, but they got a whole... Aki got 50,000 stores. They're homies. They're buying up the block. They have 3 stores. They have a regular store, then they get the 99-cent store, then they got the hair weave store. If Black women are the biggest consumers in hair products, why the fuck are they not running our stores? You get what I'm saying? Like, not saying... And why are not Black men putting them, helping putting them in those positions where they can do it and we can... I think once we start to understand, okay, I can even say us. We're a brand, right? And we're an entity at some degree, but we're still at the lowest bottom of the barrel. You get what I'm saying? We're still trying to be somewhere and we can't put people in position. Yeah, we speak on this, but we're still... We got to do regular jobs. I think if we pick people that we want to help, that you believe that would help enforce what you want to do. Like, okay, you have a goal. Our goal is to make, families come back, right? And if you say, hey, I see what they're doing, let me support. Not saying if you don't got it, you don't got it. Right. But if you do, let's invest into that and let's see how they can bring other people in, bring more families in. If we keep worrying about, well, look, they getting their little views on YouTube, they good, they don't need my support. It don't work like that. You get what I'm saying? Shit don't work like that. You get what I'm saying? Like these other groups of people, literally you brought up a group, right? They give people millions of dollars to buy buildings. And we can't even get $2 to buy a sandwich at a store. You get what I'm saying? So it is crab in a barrel, but we are like still systematically oppressed. We don't go to the banks. We don't own most of the banks. So they're not giving us the fucking loan. They looking at your what?
They they actually literally look at where you live, where you're from. And there's like a division line and they'll be like, you can make a certain amount of money. You can make the right amount of money that you could pay back the loan. And because you live in a certain area, based on, you could literally be right across the divide and they will not give you the loan.
They even said Uber, look at your names and charge you differently based off your race.
That's crazy.
I heard of that
I did
too.
not know
I also
that.
heard that.
Oh, no.
Like, it's crazy.
That's
That your
crazy.
social security
I heard
number,
that too.
if you're a Black person, it's an even number, I believe. And banks look at your social security number, and they already know your race off the back.
I heard about that too.
And decline your request
Wait,
based off of that.
I don't know how the truth. I remember you was telling me that. And then it was some other shit. I don't know. It didn't make sense. I did see something like that, and then I checked with a couple of people.
But the Uber shit was proven.
I got to see about that Uber shit.
Wells
Look it up, y'all. Look up the Uber shit.
I mean, they had a lawsuit a few years back where it was actually proven that they was denying black people loans and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we don't see enough value in each other. Like, you know what I mean? And
professionalism.
Yeah, and I think unfortunately we see more value in other brands. This is why you know some of the biggest fashion brands today that's non-black seem to be some of the most popular because we have promoted it that way. Like, imagine if we were promoting a lot more black-owned brands, they will be on the same level as these, you know, high-end brands.
Another thing I was saying about that, like the famous people, right? I remember when Ralph Lauren got hot amongst black people, like Kanye West was like, I'm Ralph Lauren, this, that. Every video he got on a polo shirt, everything, right? Imagine if he was supporting like a black brand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could have made that shit popping off the ship because he Kanye West, you know what I mean? But I think like that's what I was saying. If you were in a higher place, help out the little people, like.
But that's another thing too. Like, I feel like there's certain black people in a higher position, but that doesn't mean that they're for us. Like, I feel like rappers and like entertainers, they're not like the people that we should be looking at in terms of like for us. I think we should look at people like Dr. Umar, 19 Keys, like black farmers who actually are going to bring more value and help push the black race than the people that they just put there to make it seem like we're doing well.
True.
Because
I agree.
People like them
it definitely got to be intentional. I forgot who said that, but it definitely got to be intentional, and it start with, you know, your kids, you know, raising them to see black as being valuable and seeing something that they want to support. So we just
you got to stop buying your kids the stupid shit too.
That is a fact.
You got this fucking baby wearing Balenciaga and Gucci. You stupid.
That is some stupid. I don't know why niggas be doing that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think we just got to get back to that because obviously the buying power is there clearly. It's just that we're not investing it back into our communities, and hopefully a lot of
one more point. People be looking at like black products and stuff. They'll buy a Ralph Lauren t-shirt, white tee, a pony on it, $80.
A pony.
Like, $80.
True.
But then when we come out with a t-shirt, $25 on the website, by the way, you know what I mean?
20, some
y'all niggas charging too much. Like, that's too much. That's too crazy. Like, I'm like,
I mean, that's all I'm saying. Man.
I gave y'all niggas a few.
I have one more point to make though. The professionalism definitely is a major factor. You will never see the head of Balenciaga or Ralph Lauren. If there's an issue with the product or something, that you will never see them directly addressing the customer. They have somebody that does that for them. Like, this is my PR. Like, somebody just professionally helping them. Like, you know, this is how we're gonna fix your situation because your product just wasn't good. You know. Or another thing is like, you know, and obviously if you're starting a small business, you're not gonna have that PR person. You are your PR person. If something goes wrong, you can't be arguing back with your customers. You can't be like, you know, be outlandish and ghetto.
True.
Lately, like, you know, when we had the whole raw reviews
trend
going crazy, like it was a lot of, oh, well, this person did really good or this person did really bad. And I feel like something like that kind of really just like deteriorated a lot of black businesses.
And we quick to bash each other our businesses. Once something go wrong that we don't like, now we want to be on social media blasting them and this.
I'm not gonna lie, there was some people that had to quickly defend, like, oh no, I went to that girl before, she did good, like, you know, because I felt bad because I'm like, she did good with me. I feel bad that they had a bad experience, but and then another thing, like, they gotta just present themselves better. Like, you know, I'm sorry that happened to you. Maybe I could give you a discount next time. Maybe I could work on my craft.
Understand that,
things like that. Because let me tell you, I remember when before we was going online and booking our hair appointments and stuff like that, and I would like literally go out my way to like find like a black nail salon or a black hair salon.
They exist.
And, they do. Like on the street, and. There will be times that I would have such bad customer service. I'm just like, I'm going back to Dominicans. I'm going back to the Asian people from here because it was just such bad customer service.
Man. That is very true because some people expect, because we the same. I don't got to put as much work, but you know they also treat those other groups of people with the best customer service and feel like you my friend, you got to accept this shit. Nah, I want the same customer service. I want.
That also come back to black people being cheaper with other black people. Like they would go into black businesses and then not tip. You know what I mean? Yeah. When these other
expect want a discount.
Or that too. When these other races going in there and they giving extra money, like, oh yeah, this was good. You know what I mean? So when other black people come in there, it's like you paying for the sins of somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm tired of y'all fashion brands disrespecting black people and motherfuckers be outraged for a couple of days and then go back and buy this shit. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers blatantly was racist. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they sure fire. Like, it's like, come on, man.
It's like they give like other brands like more chances, and it's like when it comes to like a black business, or even when it comes to like a black person trying to do good, it's like 1 minute they do something shady, it's like, oh my god, he's canceled. Like,
this is why I don't fuck with black businesses.
Right,
they too ghetto, unprofessional. Like, you know what I mean?
Like even with Dr. Umar when he's building the school, like it took a while for the school to like, you know, come into production, but it's like they were coming at him like, oh, he's taking the money and he's using it for himself. I'm like, damn, like this man's trying to do something really good that like it's not even like. It's something that
people think the shit gonna just pop up. The school gonna be there tomorrow. He got the bread. No,
let him like.
When we had him on the show, he actually said that the reason that it was taking so long is because he was dependent on black contractors that took the money and wouldn't do the work.
There's a lot of tape to cut through.
Exactly.
So I was like, that's crazy.